Hello everyone, so welcome to my new video. So in this video we are going to discuss about the spread operators in JavaScript in ES6 version. Okay, so let's get started with a simple example. Okay, I'm going to write a simple function here. Let's say add. It accepts two parameters, and let's say if it prints out console.log a plus b. So it just prints out the sum of those two parameters. Okay, so let's say if I'm calling that function with if I call this function with no parameters, it will print NaN because I'm not passing anything for the a or the b. If I pass 1 comma 2, it prints 3. Very simple. It adds 1 and 2 and then print 3. Okay, so let's assume that I have one more parameter here, then I am adding that also into here. I don't pass anything for the c. Okay, it just prints NaN, which means that is because I'm not passing any value for the c, and since I'm using the c is undefined, so it prints NaN. Okay, so what happens if you, so in this case, when you define a function, you have to be absolutely clear on the number of parameters that it is accepting, and you should be passing that exact number of parameters for that function to work properly. Okay, so let's say if you have a scenario, or if you want to define a function in such a way that it should not be dependent on the number of parameters. So I should be able to pass any number of parameters. So the function should accept that all those parameters and then get all those parameters input into the function, and so that the function can get all those values and then process it. Okay, so my requirement is I should define a function with a dynamic number of parameters. So whatever I'm passing into the function, it should get all those and then pass it to the function to process it. Okay, so the spread operators helps you with that. So how the spread operators works is, instead of getting each and every element as an input, you can get it as a spread operator. So the way to define a spread operator is just 3 dots, and I'm passing a parameter arg. Okay, so let me print this args to see what it is printing. So as you see 1 comma 2. Okay, so I'm passing 1 comma 2 into this function, so all those parameters are received by this argument spread operator, and it converts that into an array. Okay, so let's say if I pass this 1 comma 2.3 comma 4, it get all those values and then it converts all those values into an array. Okay, so that I get everything inside the function, and I can take this and then do whatever I want. So let's say if I want to get a sum of all the data that I'm passing into this function. Okay, so how I can do is, let's say I'm defining a variable sum is equal to 0, and since this, as we saw, this is converting this into a function, into an array, right? So let's loop through the array and find the sum of it. Okay, so var number of args. Okay, so I'm defining sum plus equal to num. So if I print the sum here, I get 10. So it adds 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 10. So I'm getting the 10 here. So I'm just nothing I'm doing, just like looping through the array and then printing the sum of it. So pretty simple, right? So this function is independent of the number of parameters that you're passing. So you can pass n number of parameters, again fy 5, 6, 7, 8. It doesn't matter. It accepts all those parameters and then it loops through all those parameters and it prints the sum. It prints 36. Okay. So this is how a spread operator works. It accepts all your parameters, it converts that into an array, and then so that you can use that inside your function. Okay, so this is one way. So let's look at the other way around. So let's say if you have an array here, where array equal to, say I'm putting all this data into, okay, before that let me define one more thing. So let's say if you want to get this 1, 2, 3 and then put everything else as an argument. So let me put like this: a comma b comma c comma arguments. If I put like this, so what will happen is the first three elements will be assigned to a, b and c. Okay, so let's print this out. Console dot log of a comma b comma c. So as you can see, the first three parameters will be assigned to a, b and c, and the rest will be assigned to the argument. Okay, so this is how we can. So let's say if you want to take first three parameters and do something else, so you can use like this, so that you will get first three parameters assigned to the a, b, c, and then rest will be assigned to the arguments, so that you can process it. So this is another way. This is the way that you can handle it. Okay, so just want to show that. So let's look at a different way around. So let me create an array of let's say var array equals to sorry, excuse me. So I have an array like this, and I can pass the like this as an array spread operator. So what will happen is, let me delete articles, and then so if I accept the parameters like this, so what will happen is, let's say if you have an array like this, and if you want to pass all these parameters into this array, so what you can do is you can loop through the array and then you can pass as each parameter. So instead what you can do is you can pass this as a spread operator in an array. So what happens is, this will take each element from this array and then pass it into the function. So what will happen is, let's say if you put a console log of a, so what will happen is it will take the first element and it will assign to the a, and the number 2 will be assigned to b, number 3 will be assigned to c. Okay, this is another way of using a spread operator. So let's say if you print b and c, what will happen is it will print 1, 2 and 3. So this is another way that we can handle a spread operator. Okay, so let's say if you put a d here, the fourth element will be passed as a d, so number 4 will be passed as d. Okay, so this is another way of handling. So this is how you handle a spread operator in ES6. So I hope you learned the basics of this spread operator, and if you did, please like this video and do share this video with your friends, and do subscribe to my channel. That's all I planned for this video. So let's make it very short and simple. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.